aging like a fine wine, indeed. LeBron James, who came into the league out of high school and is now in his mid-30s, is at the very top of his game, managing his minutes to absolute perfection with the lowest average of his career. He has been exceptionally strong this season, on pace to become the first player in NBA history to average 25 points and 10 assists per game in their 30s. And this weekend was the exclamation point on what he hopes will be a singular season as he looks to lead a third team to an NBA title. Here's Shelley Smith with more.
It's difficult to remember at times that LeBron James is 35 years old and in his 17th season in the NBA, especially when he takes on and takes down the reigning MVP on one night and the finals MVP 2 nights later.
MVP. The MVP.
And he did it by making plays like this.
James dives on it and throws it to his teammate.
What helped, I was already on the floor. That helped out a lot. And having a wingspan that's pretty long, I was able to grab it before a Clipper guy got it and get up and get it to a teammate. So it was a big play for us.
And he did it with plays like this, even if it didn't ultimately go his way.
The team that executes the most and the best, and they get the 50-50 balls and the little things, do the dirty work, the teams usually come out to win.
I think the best thing that came out of both games is we didn't have high turnover games. When we don't turn the ball over and we're able to get good shots, it helps us out tremendously, especially on the defensive end.
If you let LeBron get to the basket, he's just too good. Not just his scoring, but just the fact that he can pass the basketball. And so he got both tonight. He got to the basket and he was able to bring guys in and make plays.
Enough plays that Kyle Kuzma decided it's already over. So is it possible that we're seeing a more intense side of LeBron, who's taking his game up a gear to get ready for the playoffs, which start April 18th?
Yeah, is there another level for LeBron? I mean, I don't know if he has another level. I just think he is who he is. I thought today he did a great job of just being himself and willing those guys to win.
Thank you, Shelley. Within a span of 48 hours, the Lakers defeating the Bucks and the Clippers, who have the first and fourth best records, respectively, beating the Clips for the first time in 3 meetings. This is the first time the Lakers have defeated 2 of the top 4 teams in the NBA in consecutive games since February of 2009, when they won back-to-back games against the Celtics and the Cavs. Kobe and those Lakers went on to win the title that season, and of course the next, with none since. It's time now to welcome Mike Greenberg and Jay Williams. Good Monday morning, fellas, as you get warmed up for the show. Yes. So, want to hear from you what you think this weekend says about the Lakers as they move forward now towards their ultimate goal.
Yeah, Richard Jefferson told us on Friday that he thought that they would do well to be 1-1 this weekend against the Bucks and Clippers. After we saw him, what did you make of that?
Huge statement win for the Lakers. I still don't think they're the best team in basketball. I still give that to the Clippers. Lou Will is not going to go 1 for 10. Marcus Morris did not have 1 bucket down the stretch. And it took so much of LeBron James to handle this down the stretch. But still, a monumental win. And I do think, though, what happened, Greeny, is that LeBron James took the lead in the MVP race. I do think that happened.
I agree, but the performances both on Friday night
and
then yesterday, and the crowd was certainly letting him hear that, chanting all of that. And this game yesterday in particular had such a playoff atmosphere, and if there's one thing you took away from it completely, because that was theoretically a Clipper home game yesterday. If these teams meet in the playoffs, it will be 7 home games for the Lakers.
Yes, it will be. The main question is LeBron James, the amount of energy that he had to exert. Could he do that for 7 games? He still felt, watching the game, that, all right, when are the Clippers going to get back in there? Like, how many shots can Kawhi miss? How many shots can PG miss? How many shots will Lou Will miss? The firepower is something that inevitably, Greeny, will keep them in so many games this season.
Or you got Anthony Davis making big buckets when you need them. He's got the best running mate that he's ever had. Say that again. Dwayne Wade, first ballot Hall of Famer.
Kyrie
Irving, magnificent career. Anthony Davis right now is a top 3 or 4 player in the NBA playing alongside him.
The main question is, can the bench for the Lakers, can Avery Bradley, can guys like Deion Waiters when he comes back in, can they give them that extra boost offensively?
You know who's here this morning to help answer those questions? Doris Burke is here with us. So we'll be.
All right, Coach Glanville, how much pressure are we thinking about dialing up tonight?
Well, I really don't know yet. I got the flip card. You pick out which one you want.
Let's go blue Utah fallback choice. How's that one?
We're on it right now. Let's go.
Let's do it.
ESPN's Nicole Kubelik with Jared Glanville, the man in black. And take a listen to the Wildcats quarterback, Josh Johnson.
Hey, if you see a mouthpiece, it's mine. Hey, if anybody found a clear mouthpiece, it's mine. It's a clear one. Damn. Lost my mouthpiece, all my help.
What is going on? Okay, hilariously, he doesn't have his mouthpiece.
Uh-oh.
They won't even let you play in, like, Little League without your mouthpiece.
No, gotta have a mouthpiece.
Drops back, throws a pass, and it's picked off by Robert Priester. All sorts of crazy things going on in the XFL. Taylor Cornelius feeling the pressure here. Has it knocked out for a fumble. Boogie Roberts recovers it, takes it in for the score, and the Wildcats take a 41-27 lead. 38 seconds left. Vipers trailing by 7. Cornelius picked off in the end zone by Jack Tochu. Right place, right time. Wildcats win 41-34.
Standing on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. We've been in the gym, yeah, we've been in the gym. Focused on the win, what you say, boy? Come again, I like we ain't poppin', ayy, who won't stop us now?
We've got our NFL insider, Dan Graziano, with us this morning. So, Dan, as has been well established, Dak Prescott and his go-to guy, Amari Cooper, both pending free agents. Is anything percolating down there in the Metroplex right now?
Definitely, David. I expect the Cowboys to make a strong push this week to try and get both of these players signed before Thursday's deadline for applying franchise and transition tags. I think they're a little further along with Amari Cooper at this point, maybe because that's a less complicated deal, but they're trying to get both these guys signed without having to use the tag. They will use the franchise tag on Dak Prescott if no deal is done by Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, but they would hope to continue negotiations with him after that. They don't want him just playing on a one-year franchise deal. So yes, they've had productive discussions recently with the agents for both of these players. They still intend to sign them both, and I'd be surprised if there wasn't a little bit of news on at least one of them this week.
Okay, they may have to tag both guys, and I know there are complications with that because this is not a normal offseason. What can you tell us about how the CBA vote could impact the Cowboys and other teams around the league?
So NFL players voting to ratify a new collective bargaining agreement. We will know late Thursday night, early Friday morning whether they approved it or rejected it. If they approve it, then rules continue as normal. The Cowboys and no other team would be able to use both the franchise and the transition tag. They would not be able to use both the franchise and transition tag in that case. But if the players reject the deal, then we play the 2020 offseason under final league year rules. Sounds very ominous, but it would be the final league year under the current CBA. And if that's the case, some rules change. You can use both of those tags instead of having to pick just one. It'll also affect the way they structure some of these contracts. There are rules about how you can dump signing bonus money into future years and how you can't. So a lot of teams, including Dallas, are waiting to see how that vote goes late Thursday night before moving ahead with some of these more complex deals.
It's muddying the waters. So it's all coming to a head Thursday with a lot of this stuff. They're going to count the votes, and some tags have to be slapped on some players. Dan getting us caught up on a pivotal week at the Star in Frisco.
And now get you caught up on a great game between the Thunder and the Celtics, with the Thunder trailing by as many as 18 points in the first half and work their way back in this game. Now here's 4 seconds to go in the first half, and the Thunder are trailing by 4 when Chris Paul finds Dennis Schroeder for 3. As time expires, Celtics lead by 1 going into the fourth. The Thunder 101-100, and Paul working mid-range and hits the jumper. They now lead by 3. 51 seconds to go. Schroeder attempts a 3, but Tatum with the block. Marcus Smart saves it from going out of bounds, and at the other end, it's Tatum to the rim for the layup. Celtics 104-103. Under 30 seconds to go. After an offensive rebound by Paul on a missed Steven Adams free throw, Paul throws up the floater, can't get it to fall. Adams taps it out of bounds. It's the Celtics basketball. Next possession, Celtics inbounding. 13 seconds left. Kemba Walker catches, tries to dribble back inside, stripped by Schroeder on the double team, and then Schroeder scores on the layup off the great defense. The Thunder up by a point, 105-104, and then The Celtics, another possession under 6 seconds to go, trailing by 1. Tatum on the right block, fadeaway jumper. It's short, and the Thunder hang on their 16th win when entering the fourth quarter trailing. That victory, again, twice as many as any other teams in that similar situation. And according to Elias, it is also the most such wins since the 2007-08 Cavaliers, and just 2 such wins